So I'm about to talk about a topic that is a current affair and is so sad. Did you guys hear about the lady that left her baby in her fridge for 3 days to go to Groove?
So I just saw a news of a mother that left her child in the freezer and went for a girls' night out. Hey God. A mother, you carry the child in your stomach, you gave birth, then the thing that comes to your head is to put your child inside freezer and went to hang out with your friends. What is this? Like, what is this? Let's watch these videos together and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
I just came across a horrific story on Facebook. So, this is about a girl called Mamela Tael. She's from the Free State. Apparently, Mamelo, on the 7th of September, she dismembered her baby and then put him in a freezer so that she can go out with her friends to some place called Genesis. Apparently, the baby was locked in the freezer for like 3 days. And I take it that she only went to Genesis on that one day and then came home. So for 3 days, she kept opening the fridge, closing the fridge while her baby's in there. So apparently, one of the friends say that they ended up reporting her to the police. And then the police came and then they were like, on that Thursday when you guys were together, what happened? And apparently the police feel like the friends helped her do it because they don't believe that she could have cut her baby's arms and legs on her own. Guys, like, not even one of the friends told her that. Not even one and told the other no. What type of friendships are you guys in? Like, ankhuzane akekho khuza omunye. Akekho nje okhuza omunye ukuthi hayi. Just for going out to a place that's always going to be there.
So I'm about to talk about a topic that is a current affair and is so sad. Did you guys hear about the lady that left her baby in her fridge for 3 days to go to Groove? Moment of silence. Because what kind of insanity is this? I don't care if it's postpartum depression, postnatal depression. Who leaves a baby in a fridge? First of all. And secondly, for 3 days. And thirdly, to go to Groove. So let's unpack the story. From what I've been seeing and what I understand of the case is this girl, I think her name is Mamelo, she left her child in the fridge to go to Groove. And how it was discovered is that when she went to Groove, her friends were like, how, Johnny, why are you here? Don't you have a baby? Where's the child? What's going on? You know, what's happening? People were concerned that you are here and we know that 3 months ago you just had a child. So I don't really know what the story is of how they end up discovering that her baby was in a freezer, but eventually it was discovered. I'm also unclear of whether the baby is still alive or not. I want to unpack this in the context of how I speak against baby mama culture and, women having children when they're young or not emotionally and mentally developed enough to bear a child as well as parent them. In which world is it acceptable to leave a child unattended for more than a day with no supervision, no parents, no nothing? This girl left her child for 3 days and to go to Groove. So all of those elements make me believe that she was, one, not ready to have a child, and two, did not accept that she was a mother. She didn't accept it even as 3 months. 3 months is very young, and a baby is very much dependent on their mother. So in her mind, she has not accepted that she's a mother, that her lifestyle has to change. She still wants to maintain the same type of lifestyle, look good. Maybe she bounced back with the postpartum body looking banging, and she was like, I want to go out here. It's springtime, weather's warm. I'm going to show out and show off. Also, where is the baby daddy? Where is the father of this child? Why was the father of this child not there? Why was there not another person that she could say, you know what, I'm feeling a bit run down. I really feel like I want to go out. Please, can you take care of the child for however many days or however many hours? Like, what support structure did she have in her family that did not allow for her to call on someone to help her, even if she was going out to go to Groove? Like, Hannah, a mother that you can say, "Yo, mom, please can you look after my baby," and then disappear. You know, we've heard of stories of that where people say that they're coming back, they're going to the shops, and then they don't come back for days, for years. You know, whatever the situation would have been, but it would have been so much better for her to leave her baby with someone she either trusts or at least another adult that can look after the child. She strikes me as a woman that was never ready to be a mother and probably never wanted to be a mother, but then got into a situation where she got pregnant and had to become a mother. Because her 3 months, like I mentioned, is very young to be leaving any baby unattended. And it's not like she went to a spa treatment or an isolation somewhere to get some peace. She went to go party, as in she went to go for more noise above the noise of having a child. She went to go drink, she went to go whatever it is. And what kind of groove lasts for 3 days? 3 days. Like, where was she? Who was she with? Which man was she with? Because to me, if you're going out for 3 days, in between those 3 days, where are you sleeping? Huh? And the person's not concerned about where your child is. So wherever it is that she was sleeping, they possibly don't know that she has a child, or she probably lied about the fact that her child is well taken care of. Justice needs to be handed down. Like, I don't care if she's a woman and everything like that. Like, she needs to go to jail. Like, she needs to be punished. And I saw someone else, I think it's ngozi.com. She makes such great videos about content. She was like, you know what, we should punish people in the same way that they kill other people. So let's put her in a fridge for 3 days and see how she would survive. Like, I'm totally saddened about the situation. And once again, it makes me thank God I don't have children, because, like, the overall stress of being a mother can lead you to do things that are out of character, that lead you to insanity. But in no context is postpartum depression or any form of depression an excuse for unaliving or putting another person's life in danger. I truly hope that the baby is alive and they can be given over to a family member or someone that will love them. And I also believe if this was a man, nobody would be saying, oh, it's depression, it's anxiety. They'd be like, nah, men are trash, he needs to get the death penalty. When I say, ladies, protect your wombs, I'm really meaning protect your wombs, protect your space, protect your mind, because you don't know how pregnancy will change you if you are not stable enough in who you are, in your mindset, and in the decision that you have had this child in. I mean, it also begs to me to that she didn't have enough money to care for a child, that she couldn't even call someone to hire them as a babysitter to say, you know what, I'm going out, can you look after my child, this is how much I'm going to give you. I just don't get it. Like, where was she staying? Where does she stay that nobody heard a baby crying? Like, guys, I'm so saddened. Like, I'm so heartbroken. And it just emphasizes more of, like, being child free. We're actually reducing the amount of traumatized people in this society, because this girl must have been so traumatized in life to even think of putting a baby in a fridge. How inhumane is that? Like, a baby in a fridge for 3 days, not 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 day, 3 days, 72 hours in a fridge.
Having children is not compulsory. Having a child is not compulsory. Just because you're a woman and you can reproduce does not mean you have to. It is not compulsory. Don't let these men deceive you. Don't let society deceive you and tell you that the only purpose you have in life is to reproduce. If you are not ready mentally, you are not ready physically, you don't want the child, just don't have it. Because what is this? What is this that I am hearing? Because you want to go to a party, you want to go groove with your friends, you put your child, your baby in a freezer for 3 days. Who taught you how to do that? Like, what kind of idea? Is it movies? Like, sometimes when I see something, I'm like, how did they think about doing that? If you even leave the child in the house and go and groove and come back that same night, okay, You left the child in the freezer. What makes you, why? Like, what was going through your head? Like, oh, I just have to groove this child. I don't want you. Oh, you're disturbing me or something. Like, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Where was the baby daddy? Where was the, obviously she's a single mom, because if she had somebody in the house with her, it would have been easier for her to go groove. And what kind of friends do you have that they do not check up on you and check up on your child? Because your friends should ask you, how is your baby? And they should ask you, okay, where are you going to put your baby? Because if you have a child and you have friends that inviting you to go groove, the first thing they will ask you, oh, where are you going to put your child? I know you can't go because you have a child. Or where are you going to put your child? Did you tell them I put my child in the freezer? And they say, oh, nice idea. See, it's not even putting the child in the freezer. They said she dismantled the child. Why didn't you have an abortion when the child was still 1 month in your tummy? Why wait to get to this stage before unaliving the child? Why wait to see the child before you unalive the child? Why? That's murder. This is why I always talk about child free. I always talk about being child free. I always talk about use your head before you decide to have a child for anybody. Use your head before you open your legs for anybody. When you want to decide to have a child, make sure you know that you are in this alone. If you know that you are not in this alone and you're thinking that, oh, my husband will be there, my baby daddy will be there, my friends will be there, they will not be there. You are the only one that is going to take care of this child. So if you're not ready to take care of a child by yourself alone, don't have it. Enter with the mindset of being a single mom. Enter with the mindset of, I have to also alone. How do I put my work and taking care of this child together? How do I balance it? How do I put my grooving lifestyle and do this, my lifestyle and everything? How do I put this together and taking care of this child? Okay, what if this child comes out alive and this child has autism, or this child is an imbecile, or this child is special needs child? How do I manage this with taking care of or with working, with doing all that? How do I do? What are the things you put in consideration before you decide to keep that child? Before you decide to open those legs? Before you decide to open your womb for any man? Because at the end of the day, it is you that is at fault. And I don't think this was postpartum depression. I don't think this was. I feel like it was thought. She thought about it, and she thought it was going to make sense. Obviously, she didn't want the child from the beginning, but probably she didn't want to do an abortion. And she's like, okay, you know what? Let me just have this child. Maybe somebody will help me. And there was nobody helping her. It's 3 months, and she wanted to go back to her old life, and she just had to do whatever she has to do to go back to her old life. This is scary. This is scary. Not compulsory to be a mom. It is not a compulsory thing. It is, see, you don't have to. You don't have to. What is your take on this video? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, I thank you so much for tuning in today's video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and please turn on the post notification bell to get notified once I upload another interesting video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.